doing here is the overreactions both ways.
No, it's not.
There will be people, and I saw it, killing Shedeur Sanders. And then there are people basically making arguments that he's one of one. He's done stuff no one's ever done. We lost the freaking game to a one-loss team or one-win team at home, G.
Was that his fault?
It was the quarterback. You win and lose with the quarterback. And here's the thing. He played great yesterday. But what we can't do is elevate him to this status that he is the king and the Messiah and he is one of one.
No.
Because it's a false narrative and just creating false hope.
So right now, there's a lot of buzz and conversation going around about Shedeur Sanders supporters being the main reason why he's getting all the attention and the treatment he's been getting.
I didn't want to have to do this, but you brought this on yourself.
Now, I don't buy that for a second, you guys, because Shedeur Sanders is getting the same treatment he got at Colorado. Outside of Colorado, a lot of people just couldn't stand Deion Sanders, and naturally, that dislike carried over to Shedeur Sanders. So in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of others, that sentiment just following him into the NFL. But hey, some people feel differently. Go ahead and check it out for yourself.
And what we're doing here is the overreactions both ways.
No, it's not.
There will be people, and I saw it, killing Shedeur Sanders. And then there are people basically making arguments that he's one of one. He's done stuff no one's ever done. We lost the freaking game to a one-loss team or one-win team at home, G.
Was that his fault?
It was the quarterback. You win and lose with the quarterback. And here's the thing. He played great yesterday. But what we can't do is elevate him to this status that he is the king and the Messiah and he is one of one.
No.
Because it's a false narrative and just creating false hope. It's a one-win team that beat us at home.
See, here's the thing.
You left out the lead.
No, I left out the lead is we talked about his game against the Rams for a whole entire 6 months.
That's all we had.
Guess
preseason.
What? We talked about a preseason game that didn't matter and him running backwards. We heard articles, we heard shows, we did routine. We talked about a game where he got sacked multiple times. Now, if you're going to use that same energy, use the same energy all the way around. If we was going to talk 6 months about him getting sacked, I'm sure that we could talk a couple of hours about the performance that he put up.
We should from him. But my fear is, I had a deep conversation yesterday via text with another one of his ardent supporters, and he sees this becoming an issue as well. And here's what it is. The supporters are being so over the top that they're setting this kid up for failure.
It's not
Kevin Stefanski. When you hold him up as he's doing stuff that's never been done in the league.
That's what the statistics say.
He better do it against the Bills.
But here's the thing.
He better do it against the Steelers. He better do it against the Bengals.
If this was Dylan Gabriel, you would be sitting up on this table talking about how great he was. They gave Dylan Gabriel Skynet.
We would also be saying he did it against a one-win team at home.
But by the way, no other team that played the Titans, who threw for 300 against the Titans besides
I don't
him?
know. I don't watch them.
Zero. You don't have to look.
I don't even care.
Matt Stafford, no. Okay, I'm just saying.
Here's what I know. They're a one-win team. So
I get it.
I give you and Shedeur his flowers.
No. Hold on. No. See, this is where we're getting at. It's not about the supporters, guys. See, it
kind of is.
No, it's not. The pushback that we get is people versus the supporters. Judge the man's game. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the game. Forget who supports who.
And I am.
When we critique the game, but everybody gets in their feelings because his supporters are supporters. At the end of the day, At the end of the day, we are supposed to sit here and talk about what Shedeur Sanders did, right? And what I'm telling you is, I don't care what the supporters say. I'm talking about the game that he was put on when we were told week after week after week he wasn't ready. This is by the way, this is third game starting.
It's just a second?
It's the second game.
Jason, what do you got here?
To every diehard Shedeur Sanders fan out there, I got a message. He's good enough without your extremism. You make it more difficult for him to be embraced and accepted because you're so over the top. Like, show love without discontent. Right? Just support him, just root for him. You don't gotta attack everybody who doesn't say exactly what you want him to say. Stop these, let's put him in the Pro Bowl campaigns. Stop these, let's vote for MVP campaigns. Just sit back and the love will emanate through the TV because he's good enough on his own.
And I gotta admit, I felt a little triggered hearing that. Like, wait, was he talking to me? Am I a Shedeur? Damn. Now, for real though, I get where he's coming from. There's always going to be a group of people who take things way too far. Now, I haven't personally seen it, but I'm sure online folks are probably out here saying he belongs in the Hall of Fame or that he's the greatest quarterback ever. You always going to have some hardcore fanatics. And honestly, I don't doubt it for a second.
If you think about from the very beginning, I said it was egregious that they selected Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round.
You did?
Even if they never took Shedeur Sanders. That was egregious. I said I had a late 1st, early 2nd round grade on Shedeur, which I think is pretty spot on. I think he fell in the draft due to some concerns that maybe were self-inflicted, but I still think anything past the 3rd round was egregious by the National Football League. Like, people are talking about Shedeur Sanders in the Titans-Browns game, and I think Shedeur established himself. To me, if I was a GM of the organization, I would say we found our franchise quarterback. We got to go back to process while he's on a team-friendly contract of filling all the holes we have around him. This is the best version of Shedeur Sanders because for the first time in his entire football career, he's felt like he has to prove himself.
Now, the only thing I totally disagree with Sean King on is when he said Shedeur Sanders is just now proving himself for the first time. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Being the son, one of the greatest, if not the greatest football players, or scratch that, the most popular, polarizing, and electric athlete of our time, comes with an insane amount of pressure. Every time Shedeur steps on that field, people are watching, critiquing, and testing him. They want to see if he can live up to the hype. They want to see if he's worthy of that last name. So no, he's been under immense pressure from day one. That's why superstar athletes' kids often don't reach half the level of their parents. Though, of course, there are exceptions like King Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, and a few others, but 9 times out of 10, when it comes to the offspring of legends like Michael Jordan or LeBron James, the spotlight and constant testing make it nearly impossible to match their parents' level. It's not about lacking talent, it's about carrying the weight of the name and having to prove yourself every single time. So you have to tip your hat to Shedeur Sanders, especially as a quarterback where the lights are always the brightest. That's why I disagree with Sean King on this one. Outside of that, though, I thought he was pretty spot on. Those are my thoughts. So make sure you guys keep chiming in the comments like you always do. And if you haven't yet, hit that hype button for me. Go ahead, hype me up. And as always, peace and chaos.